Look, there's some horrible news around today, just unspeakably terrible news from Queensland, with kids killed in 2 incidents. One poor little toddler left on a bus yesterday and 3 other children in that despicable fire. It's hard to know what to say about this. Like you, it makes me angry and empty. And if, like me, you have young children, you'll be switching off radios and TVs, hiding newspapers to shield them from such disturbing and unsettling news. I'll perhaps touch on these issues later and maybe check in with child psychologist Claire Rowe tomorrow, but our hearts go out to everybody affected by these horrific tragedies. But there are some other issues that relate to children I want to focus on at the start of the program today. The principal of St Kevin's College in Melbourne, Stephen Russell, has resigned today, along with the school's sports boss, Luke Travers, over their response, or lack of response, to a child sexual abuse case dating back 5 years. A student at the school had been groomed by a volunteer sports coach, Peter Kehoe. And while the police complaint and court case played out, the Year 9 student, Paris Street, received no care or support from the school. But the sports head and the principal provided character references to the court for Kehoe, the coach who had been grooming teenager Street with a series of sickening messages, invitations and propositions. Look, this relates to a conviction back in 2015. That it took 5 years and an expose by Four Corners on the ABC to flush out these resignations is astounding. Well done to the ABC. But it shouldn't be too hard to work this stuff out, should it? It doesn't matter whether it's a Catholic school, independent school, Muslim school, government school. It doesn't matter whether it's an all-boys school, girls' school, co-ed school, whether it's primary or secondary school. There can be zero tolerance for teachers or adult supervisors taking advantage of, sexually abusing or grooming children. And the school's responsibility always, first and foremost, must be to the children, not to the perpetrators. How can there be any doubt about that? How can a school do more for the perpetrator than the victim? More for the predator than the child? The school must exist for the protection and pastoral care of the child. The child must be safe in the school. The parents must be able to trust the school to care for their children with no exceptions and no excuses.